the Women in Islam Educational Series, Families of Muhammad, Study into the Birth of a Nation, articles based on Muhammad's history, and the Holy Quran by Mother Tynnetta Muhammad. About the author. For many years, I was chosen by the Messenger of Allah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, to write a weekly column under the title of The Women in Islam, which first appeared in the Pittsburgh Courier in 1958, and thereafter in Muhammad Speaks newspaper. In addition to receiving guidance and instructions in spiritual matters relating to the home, the family, and the education and training of the Muslim women in our society and nation, he appointed me in 1973 to serve for a brief period as the instructor of the Muslim Girls Training and General Civilization classes of North America. During this entire period of my training and preparation, both in this country and abroad, covering the years from 1958 to 1975, he guided my heart and my hand into the study of Muhammad's history and the Holy Quran as the measurement of the higher wisdom of those things that are now taking place and of those things to come in the history of our nation and the world. It is from this perspective that I offer the writings of this little book of articles with the prayer that Allah will expand for us our breasts in Islam to receive his full guidance and light through the divine teachings of his last and greatest of the messengers, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Who is he that will offer to Allah a good gift, so he will double it for him, and he will have a generous reward? On that day, thou wilt see the faithful men and faithful women, their light gleaming before them and on their right hand. Good news for you this day, gardens wherein rivers flow, to abide therein. That is the grand achievement. Holy Quran, Surah 57, Ayat 11, 12. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, and surely thou hast sublime morals. When one of the Prophet's wives was asked about Muhammad's morals and character, she replied that his character and sublime morals were none other than the Quran itself. And to this statement of truth, the Holy Quran bears witness in these words: by the inkstand and the pen, and that which they write, by the grace of thy Lord, thou art not mad. And surely thine is a reward never to be cut off. And surely thou hast sublime morals. Holy Quran, Surah 68, Ayat 1 through 4. English translation by Maulana Muhammad Ali. A chosen messenger of Allah is raised above the common people by many degrees of God's wisdom. As an instrument of his divine will, he becomes as one with the Creator upon the elevated heights of his divine wisdom. The meeting of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with Master Farad Muhammad, the Great Mahdi, or God in person, is the latter day fulfillment of all that is written in both the Holy Quran and Bible concerning the coming and presence of God in the last days. Surah 53 of the Holy Quran, entitled The Star, is a sign of the first meeting which took place between God and his last apostle upon this farthest western horizon under the sign of Muhammad's history. He was taught by one mighty in power, endued with wisdom, for he appeared in stately form while he was in the highest part of the horizon. Then he approached and came closer and was at a distance of but 2 bow lengths, or even nearer. So did God convey the inspiration to his servant, conveyed what he meant to convey. Holy Quran, Surah 53, Ayat 5 through 10. English translation by Yusuf Ali. The Messenger of Allah, an excellent exemplar. The messenger's life and character are the excellent standard and example of God's higher wisdom communicated to man by which we may measure and judge and set up the balance of equity in our own conduct and in our relationships with each other as a family and as a nation. The messenger's spiritual elevation comes through the working of God's divine laws of truth and justice, measured from the heavens above to the earth below, that he might manifest the good qualities in us, whoever is best in deeds of righteousness. And the firmament has he raised high, and he has set up the balance of justice, in order that ye may not transgress due balance. So establish weight and justice and full, not short, in the balance. Holy Quran, Surah 55, Ayat 7 through 9. English translation by Yusuf Ali. By God's divine mercy and grace did he create us, that he might call us to the life through a messenger chosen from among us, bringing us out of darkness into light. Certainly Allah conferred a favor on the believers when he raised among them a messenger from among themselves, reciting to them his messages and purifying them and teaching them the book and the wisdom, although before that they were surely in manifest error. Holy Quran, Surah 3, Ayat 163. Translation by Maulana Muhammad Ali. Certainly you have the messenger of Allah, an excellent exemplar for him who hopes in Allah in the latter day and remembers Allah much. Surah 33:21. Translation by Muhammad Ali.